On the day of his mother's funeral, the boy received a tie from his father, but he didn't know how to tie it. He asked his father for help, but his father refused. It turned out that earlier, the boy had stayed at home, and whenever he wanted to eat a sandwich, his mother would spread the jam for him. His father, seeing this, took out a birthday gift and placed it on the table. When the boy opened it and picked it up, he found it was a suitcase. It was then that he realized his father wanted him to leave home and live independently. But as soon as he hugged his mother, he was pushed away. So, the boy had no choice but to pick up his luggage and say goodbye to his parents. As soon as he left, his mother began to cry. Soon, the boy went outside, only to be met with a strong wind that hindered his progress. He clung to a big tree, but was still blown back to his front door. Back home, he told his parents about his ordeal, but his father just sat there, gloomily reading the newspaper, while his mother expressed concern about what had happened to him. Soon, a storm raged outside, but his father remained calm. However, the mother was still taking care of the boy. Seeing this, his father immediately grabbed his luggage and urged him to leave home again. This time, his mother prepared a small umbrella for him. As he left, the storm grew worse, and soon the road was flooded with a large amount of water. Eventually, the floodwaters carried him back home, where his mother continued to take care of him. But after the storm passed, the strict father insisted that the boy leave home again. However, as soon as he stepped out, thick fog obscured his vision. When the boy opened his eyes, he found himself back home. So, his father once again drove him out of the house. But as he walked, he discovered a long staircase. He began to climb it faster and faster, until he descended from the rooftop of his house. His father was furious when he saw this. But this time, the boy opened the door on his own and left home alone. Yet, as soon as he stepped out, he found himself back inside the house. He walked in the opposite direction, only to bump into his front door again. His father, seeing this, tried to close the door and urged him to leave, but it seemed as if the house itself had legs and followed the boy. Despite this, his father still drove him out, but he was tripped by the sloping ground and fell back into the house. Each time he was driven out, he found his way back in. His father became very angry, and his mother, seeing this, fainted in a panic. The father and son rushed to her side, but in the end, they were dressed in mourning clothes. The boy still didn't know how to tie a tie, and his father still refused to help him. So, he put the tie on haphazardly and went to his mother's funeral with his father. In the days without his mother, the boy still waited for her to serve him when he wanted a sandwich. But when he realized she was gone, he began to pick up the knife and spread the delicious jam on his own. His father was pleased and then handed his son the suitcase, seeing him off at the door with a hug and a goodbye. But when the father returned home, he looked out the window, waiting for his son to come back, even as dawn broke and the day began.